Hello, my dear grade 4 students. This is Miss Lilian speaking. This is the video for lecture 2, week 4. In this lecture, we're going to cover comprehension and phonics. So please follow me in every slide so you can understand the story that I'm going to introduce for you and read it. Since we are going to have related questions. Plus, we're going to cover short comprehension skill, which is something that you have taken before. So it's just like a revision. This lecture is also a revision for you. At the end, we are going to cover the CVCE lesson in phonics. Okay, to start with, I'm going to read for you the short story, which is titled Where Have All the Fish Gone? A retelling of a Hawaiian folktale. I hope that you enjoy this story, so later you can answer the questions related to this story. Many years ago in Hawaii, there was a shark named Mano. Like many sharks back then, Mano could take the form of a human. He enjoyed life as a shark, but he wanted to experience more. He wanted to see a human village and find a human friend. Son, that may not be a wise idea, warned his mother. Humans might not care for your shark habits and way of living. Still, Manu wanted badly to see how humans lived. He would just have to be very careful. One day, while he swam near the shore, he heard a cry for help. It was a young woman named Mokana. Makana swam in the ocean each morning. That particular or specific day, the waves were rough. She could not get back to shore. Mano saw his chance. He took his human form and carefully rescued Makana from the rough water. On the shore, Makana said, "Please tell me your name, kind stranger. How can I ever repay you?" "I am Manu. I ask for no repayment other than a visit to your village." "Of course, my friends and family will be grateful for the help you gave me." That night, the caring villagers made a feast to celebrate Makana's rescue. There were plates piled with sweet fruit, boiled taro root, and fresh fish. Mano ate several helpings of fish. He was, after all, as hungry as a shark. Makana asked Mano to stay. He agreed because he enjoyed the village. The villagers were great fishermen and showed Mano secret places in the lagoon that held the most fish. At night, hungry for more fish, Mano would take the form of a shark, dive into these secret or hidden places, and carelessly gobble up the fish. He knew it was greedy, but he could not help himself. The villagers noticed that the fish were disappearing. Where were all the fish going? Soon there would not be enough to eat. Finally, Mano told Makana that it was he who had eaten the fish and explained who he was. Unable to look at Makana's saddened face when she heard the truth, he took the form of a shark and jumped into the ocean. If I had not been so greedy, Makana would still be my friend, thought Mano as he swam away quickly. To this day, sharks know what it is they're greedy, habits that cost them friendship with the humans. No shark has ever dared to take a human form again. Okay, now that we have read the story, I think that it's very easy and nice, and it teaches us a lesson at the end. That's right. There's something very important we cover every time we have a short story or a text that we are reading. There is something called genre. What is a genre? I'm sure that you know it. Genre is a French word meaning type or kind. So, the word genre itself means type or kind. So, when I say genre while reading a text, what do I mean here? I mean a type or kind of a text. So, when I say genre of a text, I mean type or kind of a text. In other words, a genre is a style of writing. It's the style or the way the text is written. Okay, so the genre is the type or kind of the text that you are reading, or it's the style of writing. Here, our text, where all the fish have gone, the genre of this text is folktale. It's called folktale. Why? Let's see. It is a short story that has been passed, we mean has been passed, has been told orally. Orally, we mean by mouth, okay, by words. It's a short story that has been passed orally from generation to generation. So, again, I repeat, the text, Where Have All the Fish Gone, is a folk tale. Why is it a folk tale? Because it's a short story that has been passed orally, that has been retold orally from one generation to another. Okay? Examples of folk tales: The Rabbit and the Hare. We all know the story of the rabbit and the hare. Okay? So the rabbit and the hare is also a folk tale. I hope that the genre is clear for you now. Okay, guys, so now that we have finished from the genre, we can move to the main comprehension skill in this lecture, which is elements of a story. For sure, every time we have a story, we have elements of the story. In order to make up the story correctly, it should include these elements. Let's start with the setting. When we say setting, we mean the time and the place of the story. Pay attention. I cannot have only time or only place. I should have both. Okay? So the setting consists of the time and the place. Not time only, not place only. In order to get the time at the correct time and the place of the story, ask yourself two questions. When and where? When is for the time. When did the story happen? Where is for the place. Where did the story take place? So the setting is the time and the place of the story. What do we have other than the setting? We have the characters. Who? The people or animals and sometimes things. Okay, sometimes we have things. The people or animals or things taking part in the story. Or in other words, who is the story talking about? So I get the characters. Other than the setting and characters, I have the plot. What is the plot? The plot is the sequence of events of the story. What events? The main events, the events that summarize the whole story. Okay, or the events, if I read these events, I can know what the story is talking about in brief. And pay attention. The events must be in the correct time order. Okay, every story I read, as I said in the beginning, there is a lesson I have to learn from it. The lesson is the theme. So, the theme or the lesson that I learn from the story is one of the elements of the story. The theme is very important. It's the main idea of the story. Or, in other words, we say it's the moral of the story. The moral, the lesson that I learn from the story or the theme. Think big to find the theme. In order to find the theme of the story, I have to think big. How? Ask yourself, what is the author trying to tell me about how life works or how people behave? You have to think big, like the question says. Ask yourself, what's the author trying to tell me from this story? Okay? Now, respond to reading. These are certain questions related for sure to the story that we have read at the beginning. Let's agree on something. I'm going to read the questions for you. but I'm not going to answer them now. I leave them for you. So you answer them, and during the live session, I will take answers from you. This way, you had time to work on the questions, and I'm going to give bonus points for those who would solve the questions. And don't be afraid if there is an answer that is wrong. Don't worry at all, because even if your answer is wrong, I'm going to give you a bonus point, because just working on them shows me that you are caring, okay? And you are studying. Are you ready for the questions? Okay. First two questions, you have to get the answers from paragraph one. How can you tell that this story is a folk tale? How? Give me one hint from paragraph one that tells me that this is a folk tale. Two, what problem does Mano have? 3 and 4 are based on paragraphs 2 and 3. Okay, and the paragraphs are numbered on in the video, okay, and on the worksheet. Number 3, what do Mano's actions tell you about his character? His actions, what do they tell you about his character? How can you describe his character? 4, what does his mother think of his idea? Okay. Number 5, what do you think the theme of the story is? Okay. What do you think the theme of the story is? We don't know. You have to think of them or think about these questions, and later we are going to answer them together. So, guys, now that we have covered genre and we have covered elements of the story in comprehension, we still have one more thing which is very important. You know that we have vocabulary in comprehension, and in every story or text we read, we usually or we always face new and unfamiliar words. Okay, so here I'm going to teach you how to find the meanings of these words through context clues. What do I mean by context clues? Stay with me. Sometimes when we are reading, we don't know what a word means. What do we do when we face a word that we do not know what it means? What do we do? Just like a detective, we have to use clues. There are words or phrases around unfamiliar words that can help us understand the meaning of a word. So I have to look for words or phrases around the unfamiliar words. These words or phrases are called context clues. Learning how to use these clues can help us understand the meaning of the word, improve our vocabulary, and save us from using Google or the dictionary. So, in order not to every time go to Google or use the dictionary, I have to use context clues. I circle the unfamiliar word, then I start searching around it for context clues that would show me the meaning of this new word. Okay? Try to find the meanings of the following words using context clues. How? Okay. Every time you face a new word, look around it, read before it, and read after it in order to get its meaning. Maybe you would face examples, maybe you would have a definition, maybe you will have synonyms, okay, which means other meanings for the word. Also, I'm going to leave these words for you, so you try your best to use your detective instinct in order to figure out the meanings of these new words. And later on, during the live session, I'm going to answer them with you, and for sure you'll get bonus points if you have solved them. In paragraph 2, you will find the word habits. In paragraph 3, you would find the word particular. In paragraph 5, you would find the word secret. And in paragraph 6, you would find the word greedy. Okay? So, good luck with your detective instinct. Okay, okay. Okay, one more thing to help you in context clues. This is like a riddle or a game to use to show how to use your investigation instinct. Okay? Chew on this who I am. Okay? So context clues is similar. We can say that it's similar to the game Who Am I? Okay? If you read this short poem, you will get at the end the answer of the question Who am I? Let's read it. A lot of kids think that they want to be me. Danger is my best friend and my enemy. When I'm summoned to duty, I'm often alarmed. Still, I help lots of people stay safe and unharmed. I wear a cool hat and a raincoat and boots, which I'd much rather wear than some stuffy old suits. My truck makes loud noises when I drive down the street. It's a lot of fun, but I still take lots of heat. Who am I? Think of it. Lots of kids, they love him and they think that he's a hero also. When he has a duty, he should be alarmed, he or she, we can say. Why? He keeps people safe and unharmed. He or she wears a raincoat and boots. Okay. They work a lot with heat. So, who am I? I'll keep the answer for you. Think of it carefully. Okay, that now we have finished from the comprehension part, we can move to the phonics part, which is something familiar, not new at all. Okay, and I'm sure that you love it. It is the CVCE pattern. But what does it mean, CVCE? The CVCE pattern, consonant, vowel, consonant, final E, is a long vowel spelling pattern. So when I find consonant, vowel, consonant, and final E, I know directly that I have a long vowel spelling pattern. If the E sits at the end of a word, it tells the preceding vowel to say its name. When a one-syllable word has an E at the end and a vowel in the middle, the first vowel is usually long and the E is silent. For example, here, consonant, vowel, consonant, and final E. I have E at the end. And in the middle, I have a vowel letter A. So, what does this silent E at the end tell the preceding vowel? It tells it to say its name. What is the name of this letter? A. Okay, so what does the word become? Cake. You see, I have long vowel A and silent E at the end. That's it. This is the CVC, final E pattern. The E at the end is silent and the preceding vowel letter takes the long sound. Okay, let's practice a little bit. Add an E to the end of these short vowel words. Here I have short vowel words. Okay, here I have short vowel words. What should I do? I must add the silent E at the end of each word to get what? To get a new long vowel word. Okay? The first word is what? Tub. Short U. Ta, tub. If I add E at the end, what does the silent E tell the preceding vowel letter? It tells it to say its name. What's the name of this letter? U. So what does the word become? Tube. Excellent. Tube. Let's continue. We have can. Can. Short vowel. What happens when I add silent E at the end? I get CVCE pattern. So the silent E here tells the preceding vowel to say its name. The name of this vowel is A. So what does it become? Cane. In the picture. Okay. P. Pin. Short I. Pin. I add the silent E to get the long sound for this letter. What is the long sound for this letter? I. What does the word become? Pine. Let's continue. Rub, sorry, rub. Okay. When I add the silent E at the end, what do I get? Robe. Oh, long O, robe. Okay, excellent. Here I have cup. Excellent. Cup also. Short U. Cup. When I add the silent E at the end, the vowel letter in the end, says its name, so it becomes cube. Last one is kit. Kit. I add the silent E at the end. What do I get? Kite, the long vowel I here. So the word becomes kite. Okay, this is another slide for you to practice. It's very easy, not complicated at all. The directions say many short vowel words turn into new words when you add a silent E at the end. So when I add silent E for most of the words, the short vowel words become long vowel words. Add an E to the end of the short vowel words, then use each word in a sentence of your own. Okay? For example, here I have hop. Hop is to jump. Okay? Hop. When I add E, silent E, to the end of the word, it becomes hope, like a wish. Hope. I hope. I wish. Okay? I added silent E at the end. So I got two different words now. Hope with short O, hope with long O. Okay? What should you do now? Okay? Put each word in a sentence of your own. Hope. Okay? I hope every day 400 times. Okay? For example, hope. I hope that my dad brings me a new bicycle. Okay? These are my answers. You can write your own answers. Second one is kit. Okay, when I add silent E at the end, the vowel letter will take the long sound. That's right. Okay, so the word becomes kite, kit and kite. Okay, so you have to use each word in a different sentence. That's it. So now that we have reached the end of our video, I hope everything is clear for you. It's time to solve the worksheet. You will find a related worksheet on the application. You please download it, solve it, and wait till the live session so we can correct it together. Okay, until then, stay safe and I love you all.